Hello student, good morning. Let us start our new session for statistics. As earlier I told you, we are doing chapter number 1, index number. Till now we were doing lot of theories. One or two questions already I told you, but that were easy. Now we are going to enter into the some calculative part. But before entering to the some calculative part, let us first of all revise what I told you in a previous session, session number 4. What I told you in the previous session, I told you that base year plays a very important role while calculating the index number. Index number when you calculate, then which year you are going to take it as the base year, that is important. So there were two methods to take base year. One was fixed base method and another one was chain base method. Lot of theory I told you last time, and I told you to revise this theory. If you are going to revise that theory, then today's session will be easier for you. Now just for revision part, what is fixed base method? Fixed base method is when we are taking any particular year as a fixed base year, and then we are calculating the value of that item or any quantity depending upon the present values, that current year's value and the fixed base year's value. Just now when we are going to calculate, then you will understand how we can find the index number with the help of that method. Second method is chain base method. Chain base method also I am going to support with one or two questions. Now word itself tells you the meaning. Earlier it was fixed base method, so we were fixing one of the year or the value of that item which we are going to calculate. One of the year the value was kept as a fixed one. But in chain based method, when there is a short term changes, then we prefer this method, and in that one after another year will be considered as a base year. As the question comes, I am going to explain that method. So first of all, one question to support fixed base method, and be ready with the calculators also. Lot of calculations are involved, and it's like a regular question in a board exam also. Questions are very simple. You use calculator, and I am going to calculate up to certain part, but you check with your calculator. There is one example. First of all, just to tell you how to calculate the index number with the help of this method, first of all I am going to do one example and then one question from the exercise. So there is one example 1. Note down that question from the that particular page only. See the example 1. Usually it is given in the form of a horizontal table. So you convert it into a vertical table. That horizontal table I am not making. See the vertical table. First column will be for year. Second column will be for price values. Here wheat is considered to be a item or a variable, and its price is given per quintal, and year is given as a 2005. Read that question very carefully. In that question it will be given as consider so and so year as a base year. As per the question here, example 1, here year 2005 is considered to be a base year. So now come on, what is that formula for index number? Price value of a current year, then price value of a base year. As per the question, base year is the price value of a 2005. Now calculation is very simple. Multiplied by 100. In a formula we got P1 divided by P0 multiplied by 100. So what you are going to do? See the price value of 2005, 1650, then 1650 price value of 2005 current year, as well as base year we took it as a same 2005. So 1650 divided by 1650 multiplied by 100. No need of calculating, no need of using calculator also. Directly you will get the answer 100. Then 2006 value 1690. So 1690 divided by 1650 multiplied by 100. You are going to get 102.42. You use your own calculator. There are many questions in a example as well as exercise. I am telling you, there is a regularity in a question in a board exam. They ask one question either on the fixed base method or chain based method. This exercise and the coming exercise, it's like a regular pattern in a board exam. We get the question. Similarly, you see 2007, what is that price value of a wheat per quintal? 1730. So 1730, that value divided by value of a base year multiplied by 100, you are going to get this type of calculation. Calculation you do by your calculator. Already it is an example, it is already calculated in your textbook. Go through that calculation and then practice question number 1. In question number 1 also, we got the year, then we got the value of a particular article or a material or an item, and what you are going to do? You are going to use this formula. But read that question carefully, whether you are supposed to do with the help of fixed base method or otherwise chain based method. So since in example 1 we are using fixed base method, so in question itself it will be given to you which year you are going to take it as a fixed base method. If suppose they say 2013 is the fixed base method, so you will have to calculate according to that. Here 2005 was our fixed base method. Calculation wise, this is the table, this is the way you are going to calculate. So this is example number 1. Sometime what they do, since this question comes for 3 marks, so sometime what they do, not only they are asking you to calculate the index number for each and every year, side by they say that find the increase in the value of that index number with respect to the first year, that is 2005. So many times students are forgetting a final result. Don't forget that final result. What is the value of index number for final year 2013? It is 118.18. Again use calculator to confirm this value. So for final year 2013, value is 118.18. What is the value in the first year? That is reference year, that is base year. It is 100. Subtract this, you are going to get 18.18. That percentage is the increase in the value of that price of that wheat per quintal as 2005 as compared to the base year. This is example number 1. Very nicely it is done in your textbook. Go through it and then apply in question number 1. I have selected question number 2. Let us see question number 2. There are 3 parts in a question number 2. I am first of all to support this fixed base method. I am doing the first part of question number 2. Let us see. Again, question you see in your textbook, one horizontal table is given. Before this, how we are going to conclude that example 1, increase in price of a wheat 2013 is with respect to what? 2005, that is base year. How much it is? 118.18 minus 100. So it will be, since we are doing with respect to 100, so it will be 18.18%. This answer always we expect when we are checking the paper. So don't forget to write the final answer. Many times I have seen student leaves up to here only. But at least in a conclusion you write this if they are asking so. Now question number 2, exercise 1.1, page number 15. Just see page number 15. Now year is given horizontal wise, then price of sugar per kilogram is given. Note down that price, year is given, then read that question carefully. In that question it is given that take the year 2008 as a base year. This is important that you read carefully. Now price is given, so just like in a previous question, 28 is the price of a sugar for 2008. It is considered as a base year. So 28 divided by 28 multiplied by 100, you will get 100. Similarly for 2009, 28.50 divided by 28 multiplied by 100, you will get 101.74. Use calculator, don't trust on my calculation. I have done just like this only. Then 29.50 divided by 28 multiplied by 100. In this way, successively you are going to get the this index number for a different year. You do it till last. In the question it is not given what is the increase in the price, but you make it as a habit, because many times they are asking that part. So increase in the price of that sugar with respect to that base year will be 128.57 minus 100, that is 28.57. This I added from my side. So this is question number 2 of our textbook. Now we will see question depending upon chain based method. Now we will see second method, chain based method. Word itself tells you the meaning, already I told you. Now the same question number 2 I have used for chain based method. In fact, question number 2 is for 3 purposes. So what I did, I divided question number 2 in 3 parts. First of all, question number 2 part 1 I did, that calculation was depending upon fixed base method. Just to clear out that method, suppose in exam this question comes for 5 to 6 marks, then you make only one table. But today first time we are doing this method, or first time I am calculating this. So what I did, I divided question number 2 into 3 parts. Now first part already we did. What was first part? Calculate the index number for fixed base method, and already we got the answer. Now second one is calculate the index number for chain based method. Now again year is given, the same year is given, same question, then price of sugar per quintal is also given. So this 2 column will be given to you as a horizontal wise, make it as a vertical. Read that question carefully. Then if it is a chain based method, so what will happen? The price value of a current year, that is 28, divided by, here there is no probability of taking any other year's price. So 28 divided by 28 multiplied by 100. So first one will be as it is, as it was in the earlier method also. So it will be 100. But see the second one, 2009's price is 28.50. So 28.50 divided by 28. What you will do? Every successive year base year's value is going to be changed. For example, 28.50 is a current year's price divided by previous year's price 28. Then see the calculation of third one. Price value of a current year is 29.50 divided by not 28 as we did in our earlier method. Here they are not asking you to take any year's value as a base year. So here successively you divide. So what you will do? 29.50 successively means previous year's price. So 28.50 multiplied by 100. Calculation you do it by your calculator. Then 30, the present price, the current year's price divided by previous year's price. So 29.50 will be in a denominator, multiplied by 100, you will get the answer. Similarly, 31 divided by previous year's price. So chain based method is nothing new, only here denominator will not be fixed. In the earlier method denominator was fixed, your denominator will change and the value of denominator will come from the previous year's successive method. So it's a chain based method. Calculate this by yourself, check the answer, use calculator for calculation. And suppose if they are asking you to find out the increase in the value just like in the first part, then you do it. But leave it, this is second part of this question number 2. Now in same question number 2, there is one more part. They say that take the price value of any 2 years average value. In one of the example, they took us a price value, take the base year's price values for a 3 successive years as a average values. Third part, if they are asking you, so first of all you do first part as I did earlier, then second part is still here, then third part when you do, then this question can come for a 6 marks. So come on, question number 2, first part fixed base method, it's over. Chain based method, it's over. Now third part is take price value of a sugar, average price value of a sugar for 2 years. In some question they can ask you for 3 years, and here year will be given to you. For example, question number 3, take, so third part of this question number 2 is take average value of price for 2009 and 2010. So as you are seeing in this table, datas are same only, 2008, 2009, years are from 2008 to 2015. Same data I am using for 3 purposes. So here average I am going to find by adding the values of 2 years, and that years are going to be given to us. Here years are given 2009 and 2010. So add up these two values and divide by 2. So average values of P0 will be 29. Then this column I have made, it is not necessary. If you want, you can make, otherwise no need of making this column. You write here only 29, and that you can take directly in a calculative part. Now see that formula. Now it's a general index number type, P1 divided by P0 multiplied by 100. So here P1 will be value of that sugar for 2008, that is 28, divided by that average values. So 28 divided by 29 multiplied by 100. Answer will be 96.55. Similarly, 28 present value will be 28.50 divided by that average values. Then 29.50 divided by that average values. So now in a third method, in question number 2, or I did it as a question number 3, but it's a third part of question number 2. In this, 29 will be constant in the denominator, just like fixed base method, but this 29 is the average values multiplied by 100 as it is just in a formula. Numerator is going to change as per that values. So question number 2 I use for 3 purposes. First of all, index number, that is for fixed base number, that already I told you, fixed base value. Then second one was chain base method. Chain base means successive year, and third one was taking the average values of year. So student, this is question number 2. Similarly, you practice 1 or 2 examples given in your book. In 1 or 2 examples, they are using 3 years to take it as a average values. Since calculations are very big, then use calculator. This type of question can be asked for 5 to 6 marks. Practice. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. In the next session, we are going to start a new topic. Thank you.